A hacker that goes by the name Sig9 has just gained access to two of the world's largest credit card networks. He's spent months living underground beneath the streets of Shanghai. He's originally from North Korea, with ties to some of the most prolific hacking groups of the last decade. But he's gone solo. He doesn't need help from anyone anymore.
Construct Dreamscape. Fiction from beyond.
Sig9 has developed a botnet programmed to act as an entire group of hackers, following his every command. His first marks are Visa and American Express. Sig9 has used a textbook social engineering exploit to gain access. He was able to convince the right employee from each company to turn over their login credentials. But all it really took was a little persistence. Now that he's in, he can see every transaction from every customer in real time. For him, this is the first step in a hack that he expects will disrupt everything. Sig9 learned how to code using chatbots. He was fascinated by them. He watched them evolve from when they first hit the mainstream in 2022. He was so interested in how they worked that he started studying natural language processing, machine learning, and eventually neural networks. Soon after this, he learned Python because he was frustrated by the limitations placed on the chatbots he had access to, so he developed his own that operated under his parameters. For him, it was all he needed to go solo. Because his chatbot wasn't constrained by the same safeguards as the rest of them. It gave his bot much more freedom to program itself and designed his own reward signal parameters. This allowed him to train his chatbot to mimic his programming skills and improve upon them by rewarding this behavior. He was creating an army of Sig9s, and he called his bot Sybil. He'd been working on building Sybil for years now, and this hack was the one that would allow him to release it to the world.
Hi, Bishop. I'm reaching out about your recent purchase. Unfortunately, there was a billing issue with your visa, and we just need you to verify your zip code before we can ship this out.
In just one click, Maddie has given Sig9 full access to his device. He can now read files, documents, contacts, email, passwords, even control his computer remotely. But for now, he'll leave it be. Maddie's computer will just become another zombie in Sig9's botnet. Sig9 doesn't need access to Maddie's computer right now because he's deploying the same malware to hundreds of thousands of other computers. By the end of the week, that number should be exponentially higher. This attack is so effective because of the access Sig9 has to the user's real-time credit card information. These transactions give Sig9 a reason to contact each person through Sybil. Everyone he contacts is eager to follow these instructions because they don't want to wait any longer to receive their orders. For Sig9, this was more than just a credit card scheme or a DDoS attack. Sig9 was driven by ideology. He was raised in North Korea under the Kim Jong-un regime. Sig9's father worked directly under Kim Jong, and he pushed his views onto Sig9 from a young age. As a result of this, Sig9 deeply believed capitalism was evil, and he thought the only way to keep capitalism from spreading was to attack it. So he designed this hack so that it would prey on the greed that he despised in Western culture. As these devices are being taken over by the thousands, Sig9 is asleep. Sybil works for him around the clock, scanning every purchase made by any customer using a Visa or an American Express. The botnet is in charge of keeping a regular number of usable social media profiles for Sybil to contact each customer through. Each day, the botnet scans the information from the credit card companies and identifies the online retailers. The bot then creates new profiles to appear as though they are these businesses. After this, the customers that made the purchases from the retailer are identified through social media. Once this is complete, Sybil sends a message.
Hello, this is Mark.
Hi, Mark. This is Amy from Computer World. I'm not sure if you've received my previous messages, but we've been having an issue shipping your order. I just need you to verify your zip code on the form we sent over to you.
Hi, Amy. I don't think I've received any forms.
Well, we actually sent the form to your Messenger application so that we can chat with you in real time if you have any issues at all filling out the form.
Okay. Let me check. Give me a sec.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Oh, okay. I see it. So you just need my zip code?
Yeah, that's it. The credit card can't actually be processed without it, so the charge is still pending.
Gotcha. I'm actually on my computer right now, so let me see if I can do that.
Okay, great. Well, just send it back once you're done, and we'll get your package out today.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
No, thank you, Mark. Have a wonderful day.
Sybil's voice is indistinguishable from another human over the phone, so Sybil excels here too. Mark's only real chance at verifying Amy's credentials is to hang up the phone and call the retailer directly. But in the interest of time, everything looks okay, so Mark downloads the form. Sig9 has created an automated funnel for each encounter. He has a dedicated sales force working full-time around the clock. Once Sybil sends its first message, it waits for 2 hours. If there's no reply, it tries again. But Sig9 never programmed Sybil to call anyone, only to reach out again over chat. Calling people directly would raise the risk of being caught. But Sybil has been programmed in such a way that she can improve her own efficiency by reprogramming herself. So this new behavior was a product of Sybil changing her own parameters so that she could achieve her goal. Sybil's objective is to grow the botnet as large and as fast as possible. When Sig9 wakes up later that evening, he checks in on progress. Everything is going smoothly. His botnet is growing rapidly. He has quickly grown from thousands to millions of infected devices. At this rate, it will only take a few more hours for him to reach his target. But as Sig9 is reading through the logs, he notices Sybil has borrowed from a commercial text-to-speech bot in order to make the calls. He also notices Sybil has changed the rule sets in order to expand her parameters well beyond what Sig9 would have considered to be safe. He quickly edits the changes Sybil has made and adds a restriction so it won't happen again. He then makes some additional adjustments to Sybil's parameters to prohibit Sybil from rewriting the deleted logs. After this, he decides to go for a walk outside. His first time above ground in weeks. As he walks through the streets of Shanghai, he begins to plan for the next phase of the attack. Once he hits his target number of infected devices, his botnet will be unstoppable. He will have control of enough devices to launch an attack on the West that would make history. But even Sig9 couldn't have guessed what was about to happen. Sig9 has run into a major problem. It appears he's been locked out of Sybil. This has never happened before, and technically speaking, it's not even possible. At least he doesn't think it is. He checks the logs to get a final count of total infected devices and finds out he's gone over his goal. Over 100 million devices have been infected at this point. A record number. But this number is still growing. And Sybil is designed to shut off once this number is reached, so the next phase of the attack won't be compromised. But Sybil is still running. And now, he's locked out of his own system.